add the stream marker just so I know where to cut the video when it goes on YouTube's. But yeah, online people, I honestly, I feel like people should understand now that with certain monsters, specifically the Nargacuga being one of them, you can't get certain materials when you capture. Yeah, it is quicker, I understand that, but it is really helpful to not, like the etiquette, right? I'm telling you all now, everyone watching the stream, this is it, right? Do you know what? This calls for this action as well, right? Full face. This is a serious moment. Look at this. All glory. See my face up. This is why I have it so small in the bottom. This is why. But this is a serious moment. If you are hunting online with other people, and if it's not right, if it's not your lobby either, you don't capture it. You see what the host does. If you're joining someone else's quest, you see what they're doing. You don't automatically capture. Because if you do, it's annoying. So always follow the lead of the person who is hosting the actual thing itself, just because it's etiquette. It's etiquette. It just makes the whole world go around so much easier. Back to the game. Sorry about that. I don't have a good transition for that. It transitioned really well, but then snapped back, so I do apologize. Anyway, what has everyone said? Oh, the audio went quieter on this view. Did it? Oh, well, that's nice to know. Let me switch and check. Oh, I think it's because I was moving around over here. I have to, like, distance myself so my face isn't like, hi, guys. How's everyone doing? Yeah, it's the position, I think, but we'll see. It might be... I've not used this screen for a while, so there you go. It might be why. Also, there wasn't any background music because I haven't implemented that, so that probably also was the reason why. Let's see what people said. I missed how much Marrow's dropped. So I think I got 3 during that quest, and let me have a quick look at what the drop rate is for materials. Oh, wrong one. There we go. So Marrow. Okay, so it's actually quite a high reward. I didn't realize. Carving is also high, and the capture rate is really poor. So that's the reason. Marrow is one of the reasons why you don't capture, because you get a better chance of carving it than you do if you just capture it. See, thank you, game, for giving me the examples that I need to actually get the point across. Anyway, back to this screen. I do apologize. What else was I saying? Yeah, so I got 3 of them. Astoundingly good luck. I mean, I don't really need them unless I was making the set, but it's nice to have them there. I could always sell them, get a bit of extra money, so it's not too bad. Let's have a look. Read that. Audio went quieter. Read that. It's all good. When I was a new hunter, I spanned expeditions and stayed in the map for 40 minutes. See, I like that. I like the fact that these games give you expeditions and options to go into areas without... Oh, that's the wrong button to press. You know, give you these options to do things without being on a quest. It used to be so annoying that, you know, back in... I use it as an example because it's the only way I can, you know, communicate correctly. Oh, this is a good selection, by the way. I'm really happy with what I got. Yeah. Brain, work a second. Come on. Let it sit in. Let it simmer for a sec. And it has arrived. Okay, so... Freedom Unite, in order for you to, like, say, for instance, if you needed to get some ore, you had to do a quest. And it was annoying because there was no, if I remember correctly, there was no, like, gathering quest for the high rank volcano area or G rank in those days, high rank, G rank, whatever, area. So you'd have to go into a quest to fight a monster. Before you fought the monster, you had to just purely... mine for however long you could before you had to then forcibly kill the monster. It was ridiculous. I mean, you could have always, like, failed 3 times and that would still allow you to keep everything. I think I'm going for... Is there a Nargacuga anywhere? It would have been in the Shrine Ruins if so. So that's a no. If that's the case, I'm just going to go for the sparkly stuff. So we'll go for that, I think. Get... L and Blake, or Eel. L. Yeah, that's how I'm saying it. Ashley and Icarus, you've been with me for so long. Oh, I forgot to put the lag apple. God. Bummer. Okay. Never mind. The worst part about the etiquette is I actually have a chat auto set to shout out if the monster needs to be killed or captured. The problem is when players either don't or can't read it. Another good example is Basil and its fuse. Yeah. I mean, it's a difficult thing. But thankfully you can, if you needed to grind something, I know it's always, it's a lot more fun to hunt monsters with other people. But if the worst comes to, it, if you really need to like kill something and you don't need to capture it, thankfully they actually scale the online now. They used to not scale the online back in Freedom Unite, just saying. But, they've made it a little bit better. New reward system is weird. 3 tails per hunt is okay, but so much. Yeah, it's weird. It's honestly the weirdest thing. Though I believe, because I didn't even cut the tail off there in that Nagakuga fight. Yet I got a tail, which is so good. It's sad that you don't have to fight things over and over and over again. Well, you do in some circumstances, but I digress. It's a bit sad that you're not fighting the monster over and over again, because they give you the rewards you kind of need, even if you didn't do the things you needed to do to get those things, like the tail, for example. So it swings and roundabouts. Like at the end of the day, like they've made other things so much better, but now the main problem is money, and it's always going to be a problem until they give us a reliable way to get money quickly. They already patched out one, it feels like, but we'll see eventually. Ooh, I'm glad I started with Rise. It would take me so long to love the game if I started in the past series. I love grinding farming games, but it is very hectic. I might get frustrated and drop the game. Honestly, right? Freedom Unite was one of the worst games to get. The earlier series in general was so difficult for people to get involved with, just because it was so... One, the controller system was ridiculous. Like, you had to, So it was on the PSP for Freedom Unite. So this is how it was. You had there was no thumbsticks, it was just the D-pad. No, or was there? PSP, did the PSP have an analog stick? Yeah, it had one analog stick on the left, and it had a D-pad at the top, and then it didn't have one on the right, it just had the face buttons. So you had to play the game like this. So you'd have your thumb moving the analog stick to move the character, and then to move the camera was the directional buttons. So you had to play the game like this. It was honestly the worst controller system in the world. And I'm so glad they've added a second analog stick, my favorite thing in existence, to make this a hell of a lot easier. And the grinding game was terrible. Like in this game, as you saw me check before, it now gives you drop rates, and it tells you specifically what rate it is for what thing. Now, this was never a thing. In the old games, it used to be like you had to just figure it out yourself. Obviously, you could look online and there'd be other people who had done the work for you and figured it out that way. But it was ridiculous. Freedom Unite was definitely a difficult game to get involved in, but it holds such a special place in my heart. I also love the fact that I'm one of the only people on YouTube that has a full Let's Play of it. So if you want to look at some really old videos, like the first 72, there's 72 you may think is a lot, but there's a lot more. The first 72 or so are terrible quality. But as soon as I figured out how to expand the screen, oh boy, I bet you it was a lot better. So if you want to look at some old content, look back at my YouTube channel and you'll see a full Let's Play of Freedom Unite. It was ridiculous. I remember getting Magnamalo tail. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the way you cut the tail off in this, it's literally just a spike. So does it count as a tail? I'm also thinking you meant Magnamalo, but you might be mentioning another monster that I'm not quite sure what it is, so I do apologize. My logic is that a party from the guild comes to collect whatever you don't carve from the monster, and that's what they find, and tail carves are just part of it, not the whole tail. Fair enough. Yeah, very true. Very true. But it also could be, I see as well as each material is a specific part of that thing. So like how you can get for instance, you can get loads of fangs. Just because a monster has loads of fangs, you get multiple of that. It's got loads of it, you're going to get loads. Cut wings, it's got 2 of them that if you get more, I feel like it's done in like how, you know, when clothes are made, you can get little pieces of fabric and you get a massive piece of fabric. I see it that way, that when it's a Naga tail, it's like a little patch of the tail. But it might not make sense to people, but you have a point. I can't remember what that was for, but thank you very much for for the compliment. I do appreciate that. Thank you, devs, for making Rise newbie friendly. Honestly, they've made it so user friendly. It's ridiculous. I'm so happy that a lot of people, and World, to be honest, World and Rise have been some of the best games to get people into the series, and I'm so happy for that. Gormagala, of course you do. I'm so sorry for thinking you meant the other one, but yeah, Gormagala, yeah. No, to be fair, thinking about it, doesn't that thing have like a massive tail anyway? So even if you just technically cut the tail off, you'd have still like 13,000 other tails to carve from, I guess. So does it mean you need to break the tail in the past series just to get a tail part? So it was always a thing. So you were always able to cut monsters' tails off. And it was always on monsters that... So for example, Nagakuga, you can acquire the tail because you can cut it off. But it was always a possibility. I think the game pulls from... So actually, let me have a look. Yeah, so example here. So, oh, no, that's the wrong way. Is it this one? We want to go down. How do I move down? There we go. 5 years later, I figured it out. The Nagakuga tail, target rewards is 8%. So, it has an 8% chance of being in the item pool when you complete the quest. So, there's always that option. But in order to get a bit more of a chance... If you carve it from the tail, you get 80%. So it kind of worked like that. So if you broke the tail, you'd always get, say, for instance, like here, if I'm pointing at my screen, but you can't actually see it, so I do apologize. But here, the Nagakuga Cutwing, as an example, certain other monsters, if you broke something, it would be in the pool for you to acquire if you broke it. So if you broke something, it would give you an extra item, and then when the quest finished, it would go through each available option and then give you a random one from that list. So certain monsters would have the tail in that list, and others wouldn't. As you can see here, Nagakuga doesn't, but other monsters in the past series, if I'm remembering correctly, do. So it was a tough time. It was a very tough time. But it was really satisfying. It was very rewarding, and obviously the combat system's a whole different ball game as well, which we can talk about later after another quest. But it was, it took a while. It was yeah. Let's just say it was yeah. I think if you want numbers, it took me 200 and I want to say 50 something parts to finish the game as a let's play, and that didn't include the grinding. If there was grinding involved, it would have been a lot longer. But yeah, it was definitely not user friendly at all. So it's a good thing a lot of people are starting with Rise and World, so it's not too bad. You've entered the realm of Monster Hunter at a really good position. Right, so, oh, but of course, that's a completely different thing, isn't it? I was like, why is it giving me poison? It's because the vial. No, ignore me. It's absolutely fine. But we are on to the Hidden Axe 1. I'm not going to fight the Nagakuga again for a while, even though I need some more things. Actually, let's have a quick look here. It honestly surprised me that there isn't a skill that increases your chance of finding wish-listed wish-listed monster parts. Thank you. Sure, it could sound rather powerful, but even a max of 10% is useful and low enough that it might not work still. So there is actually an item. I think, is it from completing all of the arena? I think it's from completing all of the arena at Gold Star, or S rank, or whatever it is. The rank that's the highest, it actually is a headpiece that gives you an extra carve. So instead of a monster giving you 3, it gives you 4, and if it's like an Elder Dragon, it gives you 5, which is insane. And I think it also applies to the tail, which is great because the tail gives you access to rarer items than the normal body would. So you would get that, equip it, and then you can carve the tail twice, which would normally give you, you know, one option. So I definitely think it's worth getting. If you need help with that, definitely do the arena. I think it is, and you can get that item. And I just think it's the only item that has that skill. You can't get it anywhere. You can't get it gemmed. You can't get it talisman. You can't. It's honestly just the only item in the game that gives you that. So that'll be something I'm going to work towards, I think. Not currently, but in the future. So before we head out, I just want to see how the dual blades are going, how we're doing with that. We can upgrade them to the Nagakuga ones, and we are, which is lovely. So that means the only weapon, apart from the these ones here, which I'm just going to reiterate again, I suck with, and I do need some assistance, excuse me, for figuring out what tree to go down for a good all-around bowgun. Excuse me, my throat is telling me some things today. So, and yeah, apart from them is the charge blades. So thankfully, and obviously gun lance and hunting horn, I can't seem to find them anywhere. So that's fine. Fine, one of the two. So we're making some good progress. So the only materials now that we need from the Nagakuga is a lot of stuff. So cut wings I expected, and the black fur will honestly get that as soon as we fight it anyway, so it's fine. I suck in arena quests. I suck, honestly. The thing is, the only reason why I'm not a big fan of them is because I recently actually did an arena quest with the Rose Noir to get some arena stuff done on our online, well, not online, my non-stream character, and they changed the moveset of the hammer. So I'm used to do obviously the water strike and all that. They took it out, and it honestly changed the game, and it honestly was not the most fun quest I've ever done. It was so bad. I hate arena quests. There's something about being given stuff that you're not familiar with to then go do something is ridiculous. Dual blades in Monsanto Rise created by inspiration from Attack on Titan. Honestly, yeah. Like, I mean, if you want some inspiration on Attack on Titan, let's have a little quick gander before we head out and fight something. So we'll look at the top tier stuff. So I haven't seen that yet. Can't see it. Never mind. That's not enough. That could be very inspired. Those also very inspired. No, those are the ones. If you want Attack on Titan weapons, you're going down the Acnosum tree. Look at those. If I've ever seen a weapon that was like, do you know what, we're going to make some Attack on Titan stuff, that is the thing. That is the weapon if you want to cosplay as like Eren Yeager or something. Is that his name? I haven't watched the series in a while, so that's just off the top of the dome piece. So hopefully I haven't offended anyone and called some other protagonist from other animes. I do apologize. Right. So, because we're not going to be fighting the Nagakuga again, let's go and tackle another quest. So I'm thinking... Oh, isn't that... Speaking of arenas, there are arena quests in the normal quests. So, we could always fight the Argyros and the Tetranodon in the arena with the switch axe, which we will, don't you worry about that. That will be the next quest. So we're gonna get this done. I will also just gonna tell everyone now, just so everyone's prepared. After this quest, I am actually going to do a little bit of chatting, talking about the stream, because if you are new, it's your chance to ask questions. Feel free to ask questions if you have any. Nothing too personal, obviously, but feel free to ask questions if you have any. But I will be basically just talking about the stream and where I'm going to take the stream and what I do here, because there are a few new faces here today, and I do appreciate all the new faces. It helps me out a lot. Just lets me know I'm doing something that's interesting. That's literally it. I just like to know I'm entertaining. And especially for Iwi-kun, who's watching me at 3 a.m., which still baffles me to no end that you've decided to watch me. The thing is, they haven't said this, but I'm the only one that's currently live for them. So, I mean, there might be a plethora of other Rise people, but they chose to watch me. So, thank you. What is your favorite weapon? Hammer. Easy question. One of the easiest questions in the world to answer with my honest heart is hammers. Just because it's easy. And I've used them since Freedom Unite, and I can't get enough of them. And I think even though they've given you other options to get the knockdown status effect on other weapons, I think hammers are more reliable. Yes, hunting horns can also do it and buff you, but I think it's always a special moment when you have a hunter on your team who is really proficient at knocking the monster down, and I think it really benefits the group of hunters as a whole to have that person who is doing damage, quite a lot of it, mind you, and who is also, you know, giving the ability for others to do more damage. And it also is a visual way. Hammer is simple and bash, honestly, it is. It's super simple. They've made it a little bit more complex in this one, but as you can see, I've not done any arena on this character. But yeah, it also, for me, is such a, without, obviously, they've given us damage numbers, which were never a thing until World, so it's such a new thing to see, and it's such a great addition. But before that, you didn't know if you were really doing anything to the monster until they were dead. But one weapon, i.e. the hammer in this, was incredible because it was one of the only weapons you could really see that you were doing something to the monster, which was knock it down. And honestly, it gives me the kind of like feedback as a player that I need to know that I'm doing something correctly. I find the hammer hard to master. It's easy to use, but hard to master. It's definitely one of those weapons that it takes a while for someone to get into it. And I like to think I've mastered it. It's taking me years. Obviously, I've been playing this game since Freedom Unite. Oh! Don't know why I got too overexcited then. It was just an Azeroth's arse in my face. Also, that rolled off the tongue really satisfyingly. Hey. And it trying to get back on track with where I was because I made my own self laugh there. Yeah, it's definitely hard to master, and I think it's something that I've mastered fairly well, which I like to think I have. I mean, as you can see from the switch axe, I haven't mastered this one at all. It's one of the worst ones, I think, and I decided, do you know what? Great thing. I'm going to fight two monsters at once. Oh my god, Leon, you just gave no... Oh my god, thank you so much. Right, that's actually... There we go. I mean, I whiffed, but it was still some damage involved there. And I'm hoping I'm going to get a poison off at some point, maybe? So, but thank you for the question. Yeah, I absolutely love Hammer. It's honestly one of my favorite... Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know what else to say apart from oh my god. I was so close to being hit like 3 times. The game did not see fit to punish me for my lack of skill there. That was really bad. My key strategy is always run with blue charge, except moments with low stamina. Blue charge? I think I understand what you're saying. It's gonna take me a little bit. Oh my god, it knocked me out of the air. Oh my god, Azeroth is close to death though. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh my god, I think I just got the health horn from someone. I want to say I did. Yeah. As you can tell as well, there's a few terminologies that I am... Oh, hammer blue mode, right. Thank you. Thank you. There's some terminologies that I still, like, my brain's like, what? What is this? Yeah, so honestly, blue mode is incredible because of the A button moves that you get are some of the best because they're just so handy and they deal so much damage. And I think, oh my god, that combo, what did I do? That was really good. Oh, don't get cocky now. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna start dying and you'd rather not let that happen, honestly. Yeah, I run with blue mode through the whole fight. I don't change it It's honestly what I just use all the time. Arjro, do you want to relax? Relax. There we go. See? Oh, no, no. Tetranodon just is trying to stop. There we go. Okay, one's dead. One's dead. We can, right, assess the situation, recoup our loss, and figure out what's going on. The strongest talent you've seen so far from you or other hunters. Oh, okay. So for me, I think mine would be my current talisman, which is on my main character. I'm running so poorly in this. Would be my weakness exploit 2, level 2, and I think it's, I want to say speed sharpening, but I may be incorrect. I might have that gemmed in. But it's got 3 level 1 slots. It could be better, but it's honestly my favorite. It's the one I use all the time. I've seen weakness exploit +2 and critical eye +2. I would honestly love that. It would change the setup that I've got for my my set in general just greatly. Whew. Okay, we're good. Yeah, it would change my setup greatly. Oh my god, yes, thank you. At least you don't have that anymore. What? Why am I not? Excuse me? Sword mode, please? Thank you. There we go. That's what we want to do. Sword mode is the mode we want to stick in because it's cool. And we're good. We're good. We're fine. Yeah, I'd absolutely love that talisman. It's going to take ages to grind for that. I think it's like a really high probability to acquire that talisman. But, you know, you can't help but, you know, wish. Do you know what I mean? You just wish for the best. You wish for the best. You hope that you'll one day see it. And then from there, you know. Oh, is this the move? Oh, that combo, though, is sick. Oh, my God. I say it's sick and then I just whiff everything else. Let's try again. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, let's assess the sitch. We've lost Argyros' body. It's gone to the ether. We have not received any carves for it. I did not mean to do that. I just want to get the material. Just want to get the material, game. Let me. Thank you. Shiny. I mean, it's an account item. It gives me more points, but it's literally not. Oh, no. We're good. We're good. Yeah, it's a shiny. It'll be fine. I get some more points. That's the main thing. Yeah, apart from that, I think weakness exploit 2 and speed sharpening is the current gem I have. So it's not too bad. It's not weakness exploit 2 plus critical eye 2 good, but it's good. It does the job. It allows me to have the set I use effectively without losing anything else. Not today, Tetranodon. Not today. Oh my god, I'm on the face. I'm on the face. We're riding. It's not a correct ride, but it's something. No, that was good. Okay, get back over there, and then we're going to slam down. Oh, nice. And it's also close to death. I don't want to sharpen, even though... Oh, nice. I think something hit it that caused it to not go for me then. Nice. Nice. Okay, we're getting it. We're doing it. I'm just letting it happen. I'm letting it happen. I'm just letting it do its thing. Oh, no, I should really not whiff this now. Let's just play sensibly. He says while still... Oh, it happened. It happened. I didn't have to. I wasn't punished. It was all good. Whoo, it's all good. Tetranodon and Argyros. Done. It's all good. It's all good. That was a little bit of a scary moment at the end. My body was like, just go ahead and kill it. And I was like, no, but I'm going to die. I recently gotten a Part Breaker 2 recoil down 2 with 2 decos. That's not too bad. Strongest I saw from the others was weakness exploit 2 with a 3 slot and a 2 slot and 2 1 slots. That's pretty good. That is really good. Did you get another shiny? Excuse me? Oh, I probably got it because it dropped it while I was hitting it before it died. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, lovely. Sorted. I'm also checking my camera and I'm hunching a little bit. I need to sit up straight and not slouched. It's a really bad. Also cuts the top of my head off a little bit, which I could probably fix. There you go. Real time sorting that out.
Good job, buddy.
We'll see how that looks in a sec. Wait for the stream to catch up. That's perfect. Look at that. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, so that was a really good quest. I'm proud of myself for the way I behaved during that. That was really good. And we got some pretty decent stuff. I mean, we got some more armor spheres, which I'm not really... I should really upgrade stuff. Jumbo Bone, however, was that not what I needed for a weapon? I feel like it is. I feel like there was a Nagakuga weapon that needed it. And I can't remember what one it was.